a little bit of a test really between Foamies wheels and also my 107s. So yeah, let's get going. I can't go anywhere without the without my bag. So yeah, I'm out on the some pretty nice tarmac to begin with, and I'm just trying it out the Foamies. As obvious, any wheel is going to feel good on this. Battery's fully charged, 100%. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be riding this for about 30% on Foamies until I get to about 70. Hopefully, get to feel some terrain and just see how they compare to the 107s. Really, that's it. So this is slightly rougher now. You can probably hear that. You can hear the vibrations. But they feel great. You know, for this sort of terrain, this is it's a lovely wheel, really lovely wheel. But that's not what I want to say in this video. I'm hoping it's going to be quite mixed. I've got an idea. I think I'm going to prefer these, but I don't think it's going to be by as much as I initially thought. I think once I get back on the 107s and I start getting onto some real nice tarmac, I'm going to love it. So let's see how it goes. Seem to handle it a lot better than the than I think the 107s are going to handle it. So we're just going to test it out with the 107s in a bit. That was a bump. Oh. Bumpy. Bumpy. Bit shaky, but it was fine. Absolutely fine. I think the 107s are going to struggle on that bit. Oh wow, I'm in Woolwich already. That was 2 miles, we're at 86%. We're going to go a little bit further anyway. Right, it's quite bumpy here. It's this. I don't know. It's not actually bumpy, but it's just that pavement. You know where it's kind of, you've got the gaps in between, like the grouting. Feels a difference. Even with the Foamies, you can still feel them. Like, this is really bad. Bumpy, you can hear it. And my legs are starting to shake, and I am on the carbon, of course. Oh, footpath closed. Okay. So maybe this is a good point to. We'll stop. I think we're going to change the wheels here. We've done 2.4 miles. Overall acceleration was quite decent on this at the moment, and braking was, but that's because the battery's good. One thing I've noticed about this is the the braking especially goes down probably once you get to about, I don't know, 70%. Get the wheels back on. and then I think we've all got, I think they're all ready to go. That's it. So wheels back on to begin with. For some reason the 107s are a little bit tighter on the a little bit tighter to go onto the gear. Looking forward to trying this out again. It's been a long while. Think about it, right? I can catch better than that normally. I'll be waking my way back because I was actually only sneaked out to do a bit of shopping. The wife doesn't actually know I'm on the board unless she checks my app. I've got this Life 360 app where all the kids can see where each other are and stuff. So she probably has checked, maybe she hasn't. Hopefully the baby's distracted her. So I'm going to go back, get the shopping back to home, and hopefully I would have actually had enough of a test. So yeah, let's get off. Feeling it is on these wheels again. I remember why I fell in love with them. It's about 6 months. I bought the Bamboo GTR in November, I think it was, with the Foamies, and I haven't ridden these since. And yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be back on them. We should probably be about 2.4 miles times 25%. 25%. Was that 3? So about just over 3 miles. We should be back. So we're nearly there. About 2.4 on the official settings. 107.32s. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. You know, you're still feeling control. There are some down points, obviously, some negatives. That is, you know, when you go over those blind spots. Rail bumps, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, you feel, it just feels good. It feels so good back on the 107. You do slip a bit more, obviously. So the Foamies are definitely much more grippier, but that goes without saying because there's obviously a bit of a ragged surface on them. But these just roll. I'm letting go of the acceleration, and it just coasts a lot better. And yeah, really good, really lovely. Though you've got the same problem. The braking is dramatic. If you saw one of my other videos, the one where it talks about what to look for when you much better braking the Foamies though, even though they're heavier. Just hit a nice road surface, kind of newly laid residential roading, and this, oh my god, it just rolls. It just feels like butter, honestly, literally. If butter was a wheel, then the 107 would be butter, and it would be good quality butter, none of this margarine crap. Silky. Even on this is slightly rough, slightly loose kind of tarmac on it. Oh, it just feels so good. Back to the car, and yeah, God, that feels so good. Honestly, I know I've probably said it's good so many times there, but really enjoyed the ride. Like the 107s, they're staying on for a while. I was worried that I'd want to get the Foamies back on straight away, but genuinely, I don't. Oh, I've just realised one thing. My wheels match my remote. First time these wheels have been on this board. I've got a lot of bumpy roads in my area, and I just wanted to see how the 107s would behave on these roads. So I'm going to give it a go. A lot worse than the roads that we were at yesterday, and let's just give it a go. So quite bumpy. still got enough grip. You know, there's a little. It's more slippery, obviously, than the Foamies, but it's not massive differences. And when you get on the smooth, the real smooth, you know, the 107s just come out amazing. Yeah, what I really want to do is test out. There is a hill just down here that I normally test out, and that's what I want to test out right now. So that's what I'm going to do anyway. So we'll get to this hill, and then we'll, when I get to the bottom, we'll give it a go. Right, knock it into GTR mode now. Yeah, got loads of range. I'm now at the bottom of that hill. And what I'm going to do is give it on this. I'm going to give it in pro mode. I'm not in GTR mode. I'm just going to whack it up the hill and see how we do. All right. So full speed. It's quite a gradual. Get some speed, hopefully. So yeah, pretty quick, much quicker than the Foamies. The Foamies have got a lot less torque. That goes with the size of the wheels. Right, okay, so probably a really good time just to do a quick wrap up of the two wheels. You know, I spent a bit of time riding these, 5 months I said it wasn't 6 as I initially thought. Spent about over a year riding these ones, the 107s. What do I think really overall? Now my conclusion is that they're different sort of wheels altogether. You can't really compare the two. If you've got money, buy both. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping both, and I'm going to be riding both. These will be my main wheels on the board, and these will just have the bearings in all the time, so I can quickly swap them out because obviously they're the same street gearings that I'll be using. These work well, absolute smooth tarmac, or close to perfect tarmac. These would be my go-to. They're comfortable, they roll nicely, they feel nice on my feet, and I can go distance with them. These on the other hand manage the roads around my area, which are a lot more bumpier. They can go up slight grass. It has to be generally quite low cut, and a really good wheel. You feel a little bit more in control with these, so you can kind of go up and down bumpy areas knowing that your board's not going to slip, or slip less than these anyway. So the conclusion I've come to is both really good boards. And one thing that I have to say, which is quite important, I'm not a what do you call it, a hardcore skater. I've really got into this with a little bit of longboarding before, but really I'm an e-skater. That's kind of how I started. So these wheels, they roll. They don't roll enough. So when you're pushing the board, especially at speed, and you've got some nice time, you can hear these kind of bits sticking out, the jagged bits, the knobbly bits. They just seem to, you can feel the traction, so you can hear the traction, and you can feel it slowing down. With these, they just roll and roll and roll. And as you can see from the video, I didn't make it clear, I used the same bearings that were on these. I took them off and put them on them, and the reason I did that was to make sure that it was as close to a comparison as possible. The only thing I could have done differently is run them both at 100%, the battery at 100%, but 84% versus 100%, which is what I put these on at 84% battery, is not a massive difference, as I'm sure most of you can agree. So my conclusion is that I'm not making a choice between the two. I like them both. They're both really good wheels for different purposes. If I only had one board with one set of wheels, i.e. didn't have an AT set of wheels, which would I go for? I would choose these, and the reason being is they're a really good hybrid wheel. My situation is slightly different.
I'm quite lucky to own more than one board, and what that means is I have one board which is on AT wheels all the time, and I can have one board that's on street wheels, and I'll probably have these on most of the time and flipping to these when I feel like it. So that's really what I've come to. Let me know what you think of the video. You know, I really thought I was going to get an answer. These have been on for the past few weeks since I put the video together, so what you won't know is the moment I recorded the first clip of me changing that, it's been a few weeks since then. It's taken a while to get it together, so I'm keeping these on for a while. So that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you think. What I will be doing is for the next few minutes is you'll see a few clips of different terrain, and also you'll be able to see just kind of some commentary on really what I think of certain terrain and kind of what scoring I would give it for these sort of wheels, because I think it might help people. So this is officially the end of the video. Subscribe, like, all of that sort of stuff. Let me know what you think. But if you'd like to continue watching for a few more minutes, what you'll see is just the sort of terrain I was riding on and really how I rank certain wheels for that, only between these two. Thanks very much for watching, and until the next one.